Good afternoon, everyone. This is my second live for today. I'm really excited. I have a few things next week, so I really wanted to film today and bring you what I call my creation story. And I always start the creation of my story with the following phrase. Let me just make sure I have that right. Who do you want to perform for? So before I answer that question, I would like to introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mariette Clardy Davis, and I'm owner and founder of Clardy Law LLC. We are a Georgia-based mental health-centered legal firm. We offer legally empowering services such as ADA employment accommodation, incapacity and estate planning, training and workshops for nonprofits, facilities, individuals, families, etc. Our signature service for 2020, however, is Psychiatric Treatment Representation. So I would like to take a couple minutes today to talk about the service that almost never was. What do I mean by that? Well, it really has to start with the phrase, who do you want to perform for? So when I was really thinking about what this law firm or the vision or the mission for the firm, I had to really go back to my own personal story. And I'm not going to hash out those details because that's for another video. But one of the things I do want to focus on for part of my journey was my journey in psychiatric treatment. So specifically, I was in psychiatric treatment 3 times, 1 inpatient and 2 intensive outpatient. And so during those times, there was what I would call a pattern, some good, some very positive, and others not so much. But I wanted to talk to you today about kind of the evolution of why psychiatric treatment representation is something that I wanted to support caregivers and individuals for. So when I was in treatment, I became painfully aware as I was going through this journey of a couple of things. The first one was that the navigation of that world was very foreign to me. Now, if you know me or you know of me, one of the things that I like doing is really sitting back and taking in my surroundings, really understanding what the atmosphere looks like and my place in it. While I was in treatment, that was a lot more difficult to do. Coupled with the fact that I was currently in the middle of a crisis, and then added to that, for the first time in treatment, really horrible medication side effects, and you had an individual who was just a zombie. I was in treatment and I was just there. I had no idea what I could do, what I couldn't do. I had no support while I was there. I was completely alone. And when I was with clients, and especially individuals, when I go in and I speak with them, that is the number one thing that I often hear. They feel utterly alone. So why is this important? Well, because when I was really looking at how I could support the mental health community, I was on a podcast where it was almost like a talk show. And it was really about how to find your purpose and find what your passion is. And so after speaking with the host, I remember he asked me one thing. Well, it appears that your gift is really connection, and your gift is your ability to kind of present and to facilitate and to communicate. So then you have to ask yourself, who do you want to perform for? And so throughout this journey, I really looked back on where were the times that I did not feel supported during my mental health journey, where were the times that I felt my mental health journey, and being in treatment was one of those times. So I just want to make sure I cover all my points. It was one of those times because I normally like to know where I'm starting and where I'm ending. And I realized that there was no straight line. And so my ability not to recognize, let me start over. I was unable to recognize what the next steps were. I was unable to make the next best decision. And so that was something that held me back for so many years on my journey of stability. I did not have those empowering solutions or even those empowering choices. Forget solutions. I didn't feel like I had empowering choices because I felt like I was just floating along. So again, when I then look right now at my service, I really wanted to dig into what were some of the challenges that individuals and caregivers go through while they are in this journey. And for those who have a history of treatment facilities are often treatment facilities sometimes can lead you down one road or down another road, depending on the experience that you've had in treatment. This was very clear for me, and it seems very relevant to those that I speak to, that I don't even work with, but those that I speak to, families, trusted advisors, even individuals. Those who have had a history with a positive history with facilities often go down one direction in their journey. And those who have had negative experiences, it often veers the other way. So for me, and what does that mean? And you're like, okay, so what does that mean? So what that means is, because there is this, what I call fork in the road, the ability to affect change, I felt was right there. It was the ability to provide legally empowering solutions, clear communication, and provide peace of mind during that time where things can either go to the left or go to the right. And so it almost never happened. Well, why did it never happen? Because let me be honest, and I wasn't going to put this on the video, but it almost never happened because I was fearful of going back, emotionally feeling like I had to go back to that place. And it brought up feelings of, I'm going to be honest, it brought up feelings that I didn't know what I was doing. It brought up feelings that I felt while I was in treatment, which was that it's a world that I cannot navigate, that there's no straight line, that I don't have the answers. It brought up all this wave of feelings that I felt when I was there. So I knew because of that that's where I needed to be, because I felt that way. And I know now on this other side of my journey, I can look back and I can see what were some of the pivotal things that I needed and that I often hear other caregivers need. And because of that pivotal point, while someone is in treatment, especially involuntary treatment, is what legal service or legal rights does that person have from a legal and practical aspect? And how can you use the knowledge of that to help empower you to make the next best decision? So with that, I would like to end this video and to also let you know that if you are interested in learning more, not only about the services, but you may know either a friend, family member, caregiver, trusted advisor, if you know someone that is in need of not only the support, but is in need of this knowledge, then I invite you to like and share this video. I also invite anyone who would like to book a free discovery call, state of Georgia only, please, to learn more about these legally empowering solutions in mental health, please go to my website, www.mlclardylaw.com. And I will bid you adieu for today. But remember, your health matters, and I want you to have a fantastic day. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.